Sounds good. All right, welcome everyone to our call tonight. I am Bethany and my sister Bridget. We are going to be talking to you guys a little bit about some things that we have fallen completely in love with. All right, so I'm going to share a little bit about my story, and then I'll let Bridget talk a little bit about the opportunity part of Plexus. So, you were probably invited here by someone who's been talking to you about gut health and all the changes that they have had and seen with their products. And so that's where I'm going to share tonight about my story and how Plexus came into my life. So I'm a mama of seven. I have my oldest aged 15, and we just had a little boy who is almost 9 weeks. He'll be actually 9 weeks old tomorrow. And so Plexus found me when I was pregnant with baby number four. I was about 8 months pregnant, and I had gone to the doctor, and he had told me that I had group B strep. And he told me before I left the doctor's appointment, he was like, we're going to give you some really strong antibiotics before you can deliver because you have some bacteria in your body. And I've been struggling actually with bacteria before this because I had yeast infections all the time. And I would have to go in and get over the counter meds, and I could never get to the surface level. I just was one who was prone to struggling with yeast infections, and it was terrible. And so I'd had a couple while pregnant. And so he was like, with this bacteria in your body, you can't transfer it to baby. So we're going to give you some hot antibiotics. So you need to go find a good probiotic. So, being the good patient I am, I was like, all right, where do I go? And he was like, well, your guess is as good as mine. So he did not give me really great info. So I went to my sister, who's a nurse, and I was like, all right, I need a good probiotic. Where do I go? What do I find? I'm willing to buy like whatever because I need something that actually will work. And so she said, well, actually, my husband, your brother-in-law, Chris, he just finished 1 month of this probiotic, and he told me to order it again, that it worked really well for him. So with that recommendation, here's a link. I want you to order this, but I think you should order like this 2-part combo. It's a 3-part combo, but 2 other products because I think you need to get like to the root of the issue. And so I was like, all right, send me the link and I will order it. And I am pretty consistent when it comes to taking anything medicine wise because I know that it's been applied to me for a reason. And so I started full-fledged taking this 3-part system. It was a probiotic, it was a magnesium supplement, and it was this thing called the pink drink. And I took it consistently and had baby. And the first thing that I guess I started noticing, I was pregnant, 8 months, 9 months, had baby, was that I was not exhausted. Now, given I had 4 kids at the time, I had a 9-year-old, I had a 6-year-old, and then I had a 1-year-old, and then baby, my little girl, Annie. My 2 little ones are pretty close in age. They are like not quite 13 months apart, like 12 months and 20-ish days apart. So my body was super postpartum. And then, just the fact that I'm normally not getting sleep because I'm trying to nurse and trying to take care of like a little baby. And then at the same time, I was trying to homeschool my other 2 kiddos. And so the first thing that I started noticing was that I did not have to nap when all the kids napped. I also noticed that my hormones were a little bit more balanced. And I could only attribute all of this to the system that I was taking. So, of course, my sister and we are in contact all the time. And I was like, you know what? These products are working. Is there anything else that I can add to my system? Because, I'm regular. I was super constipated before. The supplements were helping me go to the bathroom on a regular basis. I didn't have like indigestion like I had usually. And then I also noted that my milk supply, this was a huge thing for me, that my milk supply was exactly where I needed it to be when I had to get through those cluster feedings. So this 3-part system that I was taking was very beneficial. Like I said, I asked Bridget, send me anything else that I could be taking. I swapped over my multivitamin to the X Factor Plus. And so hands down, I realized that the products were exactly what I needed. Bridget, if you want to swap to the next slide, I'm going to give you a couple of things that I would suggest if you were going to start these products. And this is exactly where I started it, is the Gut Health Basic System. It has the probiotic, it has the BioCleanse, and it has, which is the magnesium, and it has the pink drink. One reason that I felt like I could start these products while pregnant and then while nursing is because they are all clean products. There is no ingredient in there that I was afraid to take while going through this journey. The products come third party tested. And I knew that I was going to be buying most of these supplements over the counter. But when I found products that had like good, clean ingredients that actually my body could absorb that were bioavailable, I knew that this was exactly for me. They are for every age. My oldest daughter, like I said earlier, she takes them. She is a new teen. They help regulate her cycles. She is a super athlete, and so I'm very confident that the products that she's taken has balanced her hormones as well. My grandmother, when she was going through using different medications, she was able to take the product. So if you look at the screen, there's two girls. Amber is in the top right, and then Brenda is in the top left. These two ladies, they took them for completely different reasons, but you can see the change in inflammation in their bodies. And that's one thing that these products do. They focus on the three pillars of gut health, which is gut health, balancing your blood sugar, and inflammation. If you want to swap to the next slide, the products also target weight loss. There's a new system out, and we've actually sold out of this system a couple of times this summer. It's called the GLP support system. I'm actually taking this one in its core system in addition to the gut health that we just saw. I just started this one, and I'm probably on a full week of this because I've read so much where your GLP-1 needs to be supported in all phases, but highly right after you have baby or even your premenopause phases. And so I'm taking this combo right here at a specific time of the day. It is supporting my GLP-1 that your body naturally already makes. So there's a huge buzzword of the synthetic version going around right now. But if you can get to the root issue in a healthy way, you're going to see long-term results in a healthier fashion than the synthetic version that is going around noted as the peptides. So with that being said, you can jump in and you can get a system that would fit for your needs. Talk to the person who invited you here, and they're going to be able to point you in the right direction. But you guys, when it's broken down cost per day, this was a no-brainer for me. When I first started getting the products, I told my husband, I was like, we can easily put this into the budget because I can stop my Dr. Pepper habit. I would buy them by the cases and drink them at night before bed. And the gut health system, $4 a day. That's exactly where I started. If you're looking more for weight loss, the GLP-1 support. But you guys, right now, you can get both systems together and you get 10% off. These are base cost, the price that you see. This month, you're getting 10% off that. But if you did the third option, the gut health and the GLP-1, you're going to get a $100 reset value for completely free. It's a 3-day reset. Highly recommend. I've done probably 5 of them. And you feel amazing when you do a reset. So Bridgette is going to take it over from here, and she's going to talk a little bit about the opportunity part of our session.
Hey everyone. Okay, so if you don't know me already, my name is Bridgette. I am from Mississippi, and Bethany is my older sister. And so, yes, I started Plexus well, it's been 10 years ago, come October. And the whole reason that we started is my husband told me that he needed a probiotic. And so I was determined that because it was a network marketing company, it probably wouldn't work, but we had tried every other probiotic in the books. And he was at the point to where he was like, listen, I need to go see a doctor because he was having so many like issues concerning like dairy intolerance and things like that were just really bothering him. And I was like, nope, we don't need a doctor. We're going to figure it out, right? Being a nurse, I was like, I can heal you myself. And so you guys, I was like, let's just try this probiotic. It probably won't work either, but we're going to try it. And he told me, please never run out of this product. And that began our Plexus journey. Now I could sit here and share a bunch with you about health stories stories related to me personally because it took me another 3 months before I even started the products. But once I saw them working so well for him, I was like, okay, I need to be on this too. And then I could tell you other health stories from my son who struggled with a lot of skin issues like eczema and allergies. So much to the point that we actually took him to the ER a couple of times because we thought he was having a major allergic reaction to things with the inflammation that he had in his body. And so he started these products at 5 years old. And you guys, when I saw how well the products how well the products were working for me and for my family, I told my friend, I was like, I really love them, but I'm not sure that we can afford them every single month. We were a family with basically one income. I was a PRN nurse and I was working all the hours that I could while staying home with my four boys. And we were stretched to the max, and there was no way that I could pull extra hours. I was already exhausted working night shifts and staying up the next day to homeschool my kids. And my husband was already picking up extra jobs on the weekend. He works for the state, and if you've ever worked for the state, you kind of know how that goes as a family. And so here we were, we loved these products, but we couldn't afford them. And also we had just extended ourselves even further by saying that we were going to make a commitment to our church in their building fund program. And we had no idea where that commitment was going to come from. We were stepping out in faith. Well, my friend shared a video with me, and it was a video of a nurse who had started to share these products with her family. She was able, and her friends, she was able to retire as a nurse, and she was at home full time with her three boys, and they were living off of their Plexus income. And I thought to myself, you know what? This could be an answer to prayer in the fact that it could be an opportunity for us and our family to bring in more income, not just to cover our products, right? But to do much more. And so I actually sat up that night and read the compensation plan like a nerd. And then I woke my husband up and was like, I think this is it. I think this is the answer for bringing in just a little bit more so that we can not only afford these products, so that we can give more, right? Because we had this building fund program that we had no money for. And so he looked at me and he was like, yeah, you can definitely do that. And then he rolled over and went back to bed. You guys, he has been one of my biggest supporters ever since that night because he believed in the products. And because he believed in the products, that allowed for an opportunity to be there. And so this other little slide that I want to show you, you can see right here, this is actually facts that we looked up. 44 million Americans have a passion outside of their normal 9 to 5 job. If you were to ask me and my husband right now, like even back then, 9 years ago, like there were other things that we were desiring to do outside of our typical jobs. 76% of people actually say that those who say love network marketing more than their job. I know network marketing is like a buzzword, and some people are like, it's not for me. But let me tell you how many people are able to bring in an extra $12,000 a year through a network marketing job. Network marketing sometimes gets a bad rap, right? But all network marketing is networking with your friends and sharing things that you found that you have a passion about. And that's exactly what Plexus allowed for me to do. So what do we do here at Plexus? Well, first we use the products. And I would say that a majority of us here on this call use the products currently, right? Then we share what we have used because we love it, right? Plexus is a little different from your typical network marketing companies. And the reason is because not only do we have over 30 unique products, and when I say unique products, I'm talking about we are the original gut health company. We have a patent with the pink drink. We have so many products that originate with gut health, but extend into every area of life. Like we have products that help with inflammation. We have products that help with nerve regrowth. We have products that help with skin and products that help with joint pain. So not only do we have 30 unique products that we can reach out to so many people about, because let me tell you, your gut is completely different from my gut. And what I'm using may not be exactly what you need. And so we have products where we can look at someone's symptoms and at someone's goals, and we're able to say exactly what we think would help them. My husband and I use different products because he has different goals from my goals, and I have different gut issues from his gut issues. The other thing is that we have consumable products. I don't know about you, but I have ordered many products from companies like cleaning products for my house and makeup products, but I do not order those every single month. I don't clean my bathrooms every single day. And so I'm not running out of those products and they last me a long time. Well, the nice thing about Plexus is we actually have consumable products. If you're taking your products like you should be taking them, which is ProBio 5, BioCleanse, and Slim every single day because those products need to build up in your system, then after 30 days, you're going to need another supply. Right. And so what this does is it builds a residual income for you and your family, which is so nice because that's what Plexus wants to do. They want to put the money back into their brand ambassadors' pockets, right? Because they know that we need them. Plexus has always said, if you're blessed, be a blessing. And so they put 50% of the profit back out to the brand ambassadors in the company. The other nice thing about these products is that they're transformational. You saw the before and afters before, and you guys, we could sit here all night long and show you before and afters of people, not just in weight, right? A lot of people think about Plexus and they think weight loss. Plexus isn't just about weight loss, you guys. You saw the inflammation in those people's faces. I didn't give my 5-year-old son products because he needed to lose weight. I gave him products because he needed his gut healed so that he wasn't itching and bleeding from the eczema spots all over him, so that he wasn't sneezing and going crazy every single day. So we have products that are transformational for people, and that makes it completely different when you're sharing these products with friends. Also, I absolutely love the compensation plan. Like I told you, I sat up at night and I read about it. See this little spot right here that says you, right? Okay, so when I started sharing these products, this number one at the bottom was my sister. Okay, I reached out to her and I was like, hey, you need these products. They're going to make a big difference in your life. This number one right here was my mom. She was my first customer. I reached out to her and was like, Mom, you and Dad are taking all of these vitamins. Let's figure out exactly what you need and what is going to be easier for your body to absorb. Okay, this one right here was my sister-in-law. I reached out to her and was like, Stephanie, you've got to try these products. You'll love them. And this right here was just a coworker. You know what? She saw me drinking my pink drink and she was like, tell me more about it. And she had a lot of gut issues because she had had some surgeries in the past and she fell in love with it. And you guys, she's been a customer for 9 years now. All of these have been a customer for 9 years. And guess what? My sister shared with someone that she knew. And then my sister-in-law shared with my mother-in-law. And my mom started sharing with other people. And this is just it right here, a bubble. My network expanded, right? And just because I have like 40 to 50 customers that order from me, all of these people have customers. And Plexus rewards you for doing that. You get paid on a team that you are building, right? And so we get paid up to 23 times per month, right? We earn daily commission. So let's just say that you get off this call tonight and you're like, maybe I should like tell so and so about it. Maybe that so and so is your husband. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's your coworker. Maybe it's your friend at church. And you're like, you know what? They could really use these products. That was me. Like, I was like, how can I keep quiet about something that I know is going to work for someone? Well, let's just say you get off this call, you share a link with them. You're going to be paid within 24 hours from your friend ordering for you. What that means is that my friend this past week, she told her mom about the GLP-1 system. Her mom actually has been ordering the GLP-1 system with her daughter on one account. So she told her mom said, you know what, I'm just going to start ordering it by myself. I don't want to have to tell you when I need my products. And so her friend shared her link with her, and within 24 hours, she made $48 from her mom ordering from her. That's $48 that she can use for extra groceries this weekend or just to go out to eat. This is kind of a picture of what you can do and the possibilities with Plexus, the income opportunities. This right here, this silver is always what I tell people. I'm like, that's 3 people, you guys. When you help 3 people, you're going to be earning around $150 a month. But your first month, you're actually going to be earning $310 right here. because Plexus is going to reward you for helping 3 people get started on the products. And I love this picture because it actually puts names down, but this actually doesn't have specific names. So when you're looking at it, like put someone's name in these spots. Like who can you think of right now that could use these products? Who are 3 names that just pop up into your head? Maybe it is your husband. Maybe it is someone at church that you know. Maybe it is that coworker that has seen you drink your pink drink before, right? And so as you think of these names, I just love plugging them in. And this is the message that I normally send to someone. Hey, Bethany, have you ever heard about the pink drink before? That's it. That's how simple and easy it can be. And it opens up a conversation so that you can tell them exactly what the pink drink is all about. It's not just about weight loss, but it's about so much more than that. The last thing I want to talk about is this right here. Bethany talked about how you can order. This is our Meet VIP system. Okay, so we have the VIP benefits. Anytime you order as a VIP customer, you get 25% off of retail. There's a ton, I'm sorry, I have July incentives right here, but let's just say that this says August. You get 10% off of your first order. And this month, you also, whenever you order the GLP-1 system plus the gut health system, then you're going to also get a free reset. That free reset, it's called a 3-day reset, and it resets your metabolism back to factory settings, is what I like to say. It's a huge benefit, and Bethany already told you you're saving $119 when you get that. So there's a lot of VIP benefits. One thing that I love is this loyalty rewards program. And this month, you guys, I got a free reset myself just for being loyal and ordering products every single month, which I need because we're consuming them every single month. We want to tell everyone thank you for coming tonight. We're going to have this as a recording that you can share with your friends who weren't able to make it. But we also want to tell you that if you have any questions, to please reach out to the person that invited you. Maybe you're already on the products and you knew a little bit about that, but maybe the opportunity has kind of piqued your interest. What would an extra $50 a month, an extra $100 a month, or an extra $300 a month do for you and your family? Maybe it would help to pay for your products, or maybe the product cost really isn't that big of a deal right now, and it would just help with a little bit of extra. The extra has been so nice for me and my family, and this opportunity exists because the products work so well. So if you would like any more information, please reach out to the person that invited you tonight. We have these calls every single week. We love to have people on and share their testimony. Maybe you have a testimony that you would like to share in the next few weeks. And if you do, reach out to me. We would love to hear what you have seen through Plexus. So thank y'all all for coming. We appreciate you being here.